These flows are high, these flows are fast, there's debris in the water. This is not the day to be out on the lakes.
Of course, we all remember the 1980 flood. We had one in 97, another one in 98, November 15th of 2001.
2013, I believe, 2015, and yeah, every time that happens, Onion Creek, rises. And of course, we're downstream from everybody else, and the topography of Travis County is such that it's like a funnel, and water runs right downhill. So when it rains upstream, it all runs down, and this is where it lands, on Onion Creek.
I was working late night that Friday night when the deluge started. I guess it was probably between midnight and 1 in the morning. I was on my way back to Richard Moya, going down Burleson Road, and all of a sudden I see, 20 emergency vehicles, their lights on, and right at the spillway, the old spillway, the water was flooding across the road, and there was a car. It was up to the windows, and there was 4 or 5 people standing on the car, one of them holding the baby. The fire department threw out a rope along the fence as far as they could, and me and 2 of the firefighters went down the rope, and they would have to jump off the car, and they'd go underwater, and they'd wash them, and then we'd grab them and take them out of the water. I remember the last person on the car was a little old man, and he jumped out, and for some reason he went down a little further, and he was about 10 feet beyond where the rope was, and but he was hanging onto the fence. So I had to go out and let go of the rope and go get him and bring him back. It was an exciting night. And then I get home to find out my family had been evacuated from the house.
Onion Creek is pretty wild, so the water comes up pretty fast and pretty hard, In 1984, I worked for a sand and gravel company called Onion Creek Gravel across the street, and they were building the ball fields, the softball fields, baseball fields on the other side of the park. And I remember telling the gentleman that were working out here, "Hey, you're going to get some rain in here." He said, "I know what we're doing." So we came out there the next day, and there was their equipment down the road, but it floated away. Trying to mitigate what was going on with the rising waters and such, and trying to mitigate what's going on with the park. It's just Mother Nature says, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it."
They've put up a system an alarm system, which now warns people so that they don't get caught in their homes, for instance. And they can have the app on their phone so that they can get the warning right away. And that saves their lives, but it also saves our staff's lives. So I think we've really worked on that to make sure that people are not at risk, both the first responders and the families themselves.